Greetings, my fellow Americans. This is the Baseman, the Black American spiritual superstar. And we have an interesting topic today because I'm coming at you from a black perspective. The topic today is the H1B visa. H1B. Now we know there's a lot of visas out here, a lot of programs, J1, L1, just a slew of these programs that are all designed to bring foreign workers over here to displace American workers. But we're going to focus on H1B. And the first question is, what does H1B stand for? Well, I'll give you a definition. Hell to one black. H1B, hell to one black worker. Why? Because blacks are at the bottom of the totem pole in this country. We're still there. Last hired, first fired. And if you're bringing in workers from outside the United States and they're coming in taking jobs, that totem pole is being pushed down. Those at the bottom are going to be the first to suffocate. And we are suffocating. Black workers are suffocating. Look at the numbers. 1.3 billion India population. That means they can flood 50 million workers into America and entirely eliminate the black workforce and not even miss a beat in India. That's just how huge the numbers are that we're talking about. And what these workers come with some side effects. Not to be generalizing about people, but there are some distinct side effects from India workers coming into America, displacing black workers. We're talking about importing a unique brand of racism. A unique brand of racism. Now we've struggled with our 300 years here, trying to work things out with other populations, other ethnic groups. We've stood our ground and we've made a lot of progress. But we're talking about individuals we're importing with a bias, a built-in traditional historical bias against blackness. Did you know that India leads the world in the purchase of skin lighteners? That's just another obscure fact, but it's true. India is a caste system that they fought hundreds of years to deal with. So this is a unique form of racism. But they come here and they get these positions, and blacks are displaced, disenfranchised, and eliminated often from the workforce. Why is corporate greed so prone and so supportive of bringing in and importing this workforce? Well, we know it's cheap labor, docile labor. Why is it docile? Because these individuals are tied to the corporations that bring them. The visa, the green card applications, they're in a position where they can't argue, fuss, and fight over working conditions like Americans can. So that's a boon to corporate greed and corporate manipulation of their workforce. In fact, it takes us back to the beginnings of this nation. A lot of the workers who came to America initially were indentured servants. You had a problem in Europe, they let you come to America, work for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years to gain your freedom and enjoy the benefits of America. But you were an indentured servant. So we have a subtle remake of that model. Indentured servants coming in that feeds corporate profits and feeds corporate greed to the detriment of American workers, and particularly to the detriment of black American workers. That's just a new fad. Gig workers. Corporate world can now just move groups of workers from one situation to the next. Jobs here, jobs there. No corporate stability, work career stability, no upward mobility, no on-the-job training. My career started with General Motors management training program. I learned all aspects of General Motors management from a high level right out of college. In fact, before I even got out of college. That's not what's going on today. Those opportunities are no longer there because corporate greed says, why do we have to develop Americans? Why would we have to develop American talent when we can just import cheaper workers, teach them what they need to do, and have more control and consequently more profits? You can even eliminate benefits. The new work model is to minimize labor costs at all, any way possible, by any means possible. Eliminate labor costs. This is having a tremendous effect on young Americans in general. And everything I say about Americans is double or triple for Black Americans. We're at the bottom of the totem pole. But young Americans, particularly Black Americans, having difficulty keeping a job, buying cars, having a wife, having a family, raising kids, buying a home. And that's why in this date, August 2020, we're seeing young people out in the streets rioting, looting, destroying, because they've lost faith in the American dream. They lost faith in the American way. They don't believe that they can achieve success. So they want to bring the whole system down, turn it out. They can be paid. Some of them are being paid to turn the system out. It's not that they just woke up one day and was disillusioned, but someone is feeding off their misery and their lack of hope and working to bring this nation, this tremendously great nation, down. There's another bill, S386, designed to double and triple the Indian importation of work. We're outsourcing, insourcing. Outsourcing is when you bring them over here, train them, and then let them go back home and work. Insourcing is they come back over here and take the job. It's still a job loss. Here or there, it's a job that Americans are no longer doing. But this S386, it was co-sponsored by our newly nominated Democratic vice presidential candidate, Kamala Harris. Why not? She's Indian. But she's supporting a bill that basically would cause Black workers to become extinct. And let's talk about technology. Most of the time we talk about technology like it's someone sitting up writing code for a computer. But technology is in all aspects of human behavior, human organization, human activity. When you go there to the door and you press a button to get in, that's technology. You get on the phone, it's technology. Every aspect of human interaction now is controlled, maneuvered by technology. So if you're wiping out Black folks from technology, you're telling us that we are going to be an entirely different type of citizen. Third, fourth, fifth class citizen. Some will labor here, labor there. But if we need you here, we need you there. So what happens? You have gaps, no work. So what are they offering? Well, one presidential candidate said, let's just have a national income. What's that saying? We're not going to be able to work you. You're not going to be able to have means, but we'll just give you a base fixed income in between jobs. Be happy. If that don't sound like the plantation and slavery, I don't know what else it could be. But that's what we're dealing with today. We have a vice presidential candidate who they would like to see become president one day, and she has no concern whatsoever for Black workers in this country. But yet and still, we're told that she's one of us. She's Black. Give me a break. And what's so sad about the situation, my fellow Americans, is that this bill almost passed the Congress and the Senate by unanimous consent. Unanimous consent? All the congressmen, all the senators? Where was the Congressional Black Caucus? Are they even aware that this bill is a direct threat to their constituents even being able to exist in America, take part in America? Or what about the Freedom Caucus? Do you have no concern for the detriment of black workers, Republicans, Democrats? My fellow Americans, the only persons standing up and trying to stop this push off the cliff is our president, Donald Trump. He's the only person who is standing in between all of this occurring to the nth degree. Just one man in one position with one determination and desire to keep America great, keep America safe and sound, and keep prosperity as an American dream. We should be doing everything we can to support President Trump's efforts to make sure he has 4 more years and hopefully entrench his attitude and his drive and his desire and his vision for America so that it can be passed on even after another term. Let's wake up. Let's open our eyes and see what's going on, my fellow Americans. H1B, held to one black worker. Every one of those visas is a direct threat to black existence in America. Thank you so very much for this audience. Please visit my website, thebasemind.com, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe, contribute, donate. Help me to help us to realize the dream that we all want for America. Help me to help us. Thank you so very much. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the believers. Thank you.